Good afternoon. My name is Cdt O'Brien, and I'm your platoon leader for this rotation for 1st Platoon. Today I'm going to be briefing you on a platoon attack for our next mission. But first things first, let's just get off the bat. First squad, you guys all up? Second squad, you guys all up? Third squad, you guys all up? Fourth squad?
Here.
PSG, RTO, medic? Alright, so first thing off the bat is task organization. First squad, you are going to be the assaulting element 1, so AS 1. Second squad, you're going to be the assaulting element 2, so AS 2. And third squad will be the security element. And also fourth squad will be support by fire. Situation. Iranian mortar teams have been conducting frequent harassing mortar operations against Atropian units. Conducted a sustained and accurate mortar attack last night against Dinsburg. 1st Platoon will destroy Iranian army indirect fire capabilities in AO Alpha to protect friendly forces and enable freedom of movement for Atropian forces conducting stability operations in the AO. Alright, so let me orient you to our TMK, which is our AO that we will be conducting this attack in. Alright, we are bound to the north by routes Brandenburg and routes Rolling Rock, which we are also bound to the south by Highway 60. By the way, this is north. This is our north. That's just north, the degree of north. And we will be moving west, or east, sorry, to conduct the operation. We are bound to the west by villages in Otter Creek, and we are bound to the east by Route 31, which the Atropian forces of 34th Mechanized Infantry Battalion control the AO to our east of Route 31W, and continue to conduct security operations east of the route. A series of villages, like I mentioned, Agari, Gainsley, Nassimi, and Insamiti denote the western edge of our AO. Now to go into this, AO Bravo is to our north of Route Brandenburg, and that's where 2nd Platoon will be conducting operations. Highway 60 is to the south of our AO, and they to the south of them, 3rd Platoon will be conducting operations, and also, like I mentioned, the 344th Mechanized Infantry Battalion will be to our east. Alright. So area of operation, terrain. Toward the east of our platoon AO, there is dense vegetation, which is all along in our AO. There is dense vegetation. These dense vegetation limit our visibility to 100 meters. So basically what that means to the common person is that we are going to be moving in a fire team wedge for mostly the whole time being through going to the objective, but at certain times if vegetation is too dense, we might have to move to a file. To the west there is less vegetation, that's where the canal is, which enables our visibility up to 500 meters. Vegetation allows for proper cover and concealment. However, there are multiple unpaved roads north to south and east to west, as well as creek titled Otter Creek, which does not let the enemy come from our west and limits their movement. But this also impedes our movement east to west. This creek is crossable by foot with limited rainfall and low water levels. These features limit cover and concealment due to sparse vegetation in the area. Also, a bridge is located at EG, right here, 853968, which is where vehicular traffic is the heaviest and has the only point that you can cross with vehicles or with a large amount of force. Alright, so the weather today is 77 degrees with a low of 58 degrees and a high of 87. There are no other aspects of weather that will potentially hinder our movement. Wind is 2 knots and the sun is mostly partially cloudy with about 15% chance of precipitation. Enemy forces. Iranian forces have established mortar firing points that have been conducting harassing operations throughout the AO. The mortar firing points, the MFPs, are manned with 2 highly trained mortarmen and a security element consisting of 3 to 4 Iranian infantry soldiers. Each mortar firing position is suspected of having 1 to 2 HM1581 mm mortar systems with a range of 4.5 kilometers. The security elements will be armed with AK-47s and RPK MGs. Their enemy's most likely course of action. Enemies will defend their position until they no longer feel capable, then break contact in time to displace with their weapon systems. Most dangerous course of action. Enemy have prepared defenses, protecting their MFPs. Defenders fix attacking forces in prepared engagement areas with small arms, MG and mortar fire, while a counter-attack is being maneuvered to destroy. Estimate the enemy has the ability to counterattack a squad within 10 plus, a squad plus size. Sorry. Friendly forces, so the brigade, there's no change. The battalion, there's no change, but adjacent unit missions. So 2nd Platoon clears AO, as I mentioned, AO Bravo, which is north of Route, Bradenburg, and Rolling Rock, and they bound us to our north. 3rd Platoon in AO Charlie is conducting operations against the enemy, bounding by our south by Highway 60. 3rd Platoon remains in AO Charlie to conduct offensive operations against the enemy. 4th Platoon remains in AO Delta to conduct operations against the enemy in their AO. This is the 344th Mechanized Infantry Battalion of the Atropian Army that are to our east. And they are establishing blocking positions to enable friendly freedom of maneuver for clearance operations. Blocking positions will be located at E8869773 and at E9179685. So those 2 points. Attachments and detachments, there are none. Alright, so the mission is to attack and destroy Iranian mortar team at objective IVO Echo Golf 86809650 no later than 1600 to degrade enemy IDF capability. I repeat, the mission is to attack and destroy Iranian mortar teams at objective 12 IVO EG 86809650 no later than 1600 to degrade enemy IDF capability. Commander's intent. The purpose of this operation is to protect friendly forces and enable freedom of maneuver by eliminating indirect fire threats against our friendlies and other units. Concepts of the operation. This operation will be conducted in 3 phases. Phase 1, planning and preparation. This phase is where we begin with the issuance of the Opord and will end with the last platoon, or the last squad, crossing the LD. Phase 2, execution. This phase will begin with when the last squad crosses the LD and ends with the platoon having the cleared objective and holding it. Phase 3, consolidation and reorganization. This phase will begin upon reaching the objective and will end when the patrol base is occupied and we have our ruck plan and we have gotten back all of our rucks from our ROP. So, scheme of movement and maneuver. Squads will conduct PCCs and PCIs in the AA. So this is all being done in the AA currently. They're going to be doing PCCs, PCIs, they're going to be running rehearsals. So for the most part, all the squads need to be up on what the assaulting element is doing from the Opord, what are they successive, alternative, bounding, what each team and each team leader and what are their responsibilities for the mission and what must be carried out for the mission to be completed successfully. And at this point, we're going to be going over, obviously, the Opord, and this is when you're doing the plans, you're getting caller up to hire, and you're about to conduct your mission. So, in our Opord, first squad will be primary aid and litter, secondary EPW, and second squad will be primary EPW and demo, and secondary aid and litter. The PL will simultaneously set up the Opord to brief the squad leaders, and the squad leaders are going to disseminate all the information when team leaders are doing rehearsals and PCIs. The movement will be a platoon, column, squad, fire team wedge going to our objective. And the only time we will be going into a fire file is when we either go into our ORP or when we are conducting our patrol base, bringing back our rucks. This is only done for accountability purposes so that PSG can get a decent count on us. Platoon leader will get ready and he will move and complete the last minute of PCCs and PCIs at the AA. The movement will be in a platoon column as mentioned, and the order of movement is first squad going to second squad with third squad and fourth squad intermingled. Alright, so let me draw this out for everybody. So this is first squad right here. This is second squad. And this is third squad. And right here, this is where the PL and a gun team is going to be from fourth squad. They're going to be intermingled right here with the PL and the RTO. And the PSG is going to be in between second and third squad with another gun team from fourth squad, splitting up the teams. Alright, so at this moment, we're going to step off from our AA and we're going to be shooting a 94-degree azimuth. So the point man and the compass man are going to be doing pace count till they reach about 50 to 100 meters to our first linear departure, or our first road. At this point, we will be conducting a ranger roll conducted by buddy teams per squad, and this will be conducted to maintain security levels and efficiency of movement to meet our time hack. And once we consolidate on the other side, we're going to be continuing our movement with first, second, and third, and we're going to be doing continuous SEALs halts until we reach our short halt. So every 200 to 300 meters, we're going to be conducting SEALs halts to make sure that there's no enemy in the area and to make sure that we are on the right track and that everybody's consolidated. And at this point, we're going to get to our short halt. And from our short halt, we are going to bring everybody in the middle. So at the Opord, we're going to have this brief SOP that everybody's coming to the middle on a short halt. And now all the people that are coming to the middle are the PO, the RTO, the PSG, and all the squad leaders. And now from this, they're giving a GOTWA to everybody that is being left behind for the leaders recon they're about to go do their ORP. So at the short halt, which is about 100 meters from our ORP, and it's still at the same azimuth trajectory, we are going to be taking our leaders recon consisting of our PL, our RTO, our alpha team leader, our alpha rifleman, another alpha rifleman, and 3 ABs. And then also the weasel, so that is 9 people. And we're going to be leaving this GOTWA at the short halt. And once we leave the GOTWA with the short halt, we're going to have the PSG step us out. And from the PSG stepping us out and counting us out with the medic, we're going to go and consolidate our ORP. So at this moment, we're going to clear our ORP by force. We're going to set up our 6 o'clock, and then we're going to use the technique of walking on line with putting the ABs at the end of each line, and then having the PL and the weasel check each spot. And now once we have consolidated and we have somewhat occupied the ORP to make sure that it's a clear site, we're going to leave a GOTWA with the weasel, and we are going to start our head back to our short halt. And at this moment, we're going to just make sure that we're all accounted for and who we're leaving behind in this GOTWA. This is very important. And at this point, we're giving a long frequency radio call back to the PSG to pick everybody up and to make sure that everybody is getting fully prepared to start picking up and moving again. And this is our long communication. And once we get closer, we're going to use our short communication, or our short communication point, or our short recognition signal, of Captain Chavez, which is, as mentioned before, it's doctrine in the Ranger Handbook. Can't use anything else. Alright, and once we get back, and now we start picking up and moving to the ORP, we're going to have the Alpha Team leader lead us in because he was on the leader's recon and he knows where everything is. So the Alpha Team leads us in, and we're going to have first squad on the 10 to the 2, second squad from the 2 to the 6, third squad from the 10 to the 6. And then we're going to have the weapon squads at all the apexes. Predominantly, we're going to have the apexes facing the objective with our M240s if we do only have two M240s. Alright, and at this point, we have occupied the ORP. And now we're consolidating, we're doing PCCs, PCIs, last minute checks before we go do a leader's recon on the objective. Now this is where the PSG is going to be consolidating a plan, and he's going to be left back at the ORP, but he's consolidating a ruck plan so it could be smoothly efficient while we are also discussing the leader's recon. So now for the leader's recon of the objective, it's going to be the PO, the RTO, the Weasel, 3 ABs, the second squad leader, and all of security -2, so third squad. And at this point, we are going to leave a Gatwa at the ORP back with the PSGs and all the team leaders staying behind. And we are going to have the PSG after the Gatwa given. We are going to have him count us out, and after that we will conduct and establish a rally point right outside of our objective. Which is usually within 100 meters of our objective. So the S&O is going to be the first thing set up. And let me go to my micro. So the S&O is going to be set up. And what we're doing at this leader's recon is we're emplacing where our support element's going to be. Now this might change due to METTC dependencies of the terrain and everything, because we do not have a fully accurate map and have not done actual physical recon. But this will change. This will most likely not change. So the support line is going to be south of the S&O point, and AS1 is going to be the farthest north point, the farthest north assaulting unit, and the Assault 2 is going to be south of AS1. Now we're going to have our security team that we picked up, and we're going to have them to our south limit and to our north limit. And they are the limits, and they bound the whole operation and the objective. And they are isolating the objective to make sure no enemies come by. So at this moment, we are going to get the weapon squad in place. So the Weasel is going to stay back, and then Weasel with all the tripods are going to stay back. And at this point, the security has been in place, and we're going to leave a Gatwa with the Weasel, and then we are going to go back to the ORP after conducting our leader's recon on the objective and everybody's set in place. We're going to go back to the ORP, use a long recognition symbol before we come back, and then we're going to use our short, which is Captain Chavez coming back to the ORP. And at this point, from the long recognition symbol, the PSG would have gotten everybody's rucks in place and started getting everybody moving so we can go to the objective. So the ruck plan has been done. And now at this point, we're going to get everyone else out of the ORP. We're going to move everybody in place. So we're going to place our assaulting elements. We're going to move, and we're going to come out of the ORP in a file through the 6, and we're going to try and keep noise discipline very high. And we're going to go to our rally point. And at that point, we are going to go about 50 to 25 meters to 50 meters forward, and we're going to notify to everybody that this is our choke point, right at this, and it's right before the S&L right here. And at that point, we're going to place our AS1 and our AS2, and we're going to put our support in and bring our guns in, and then we're going to already have security in place. Now for security to mention, what I want to mention is Dino Cave, but the main points in Dino Cave would be direct, indirect, and visual contact of the enemy if they do see the enemy. So what to do if you get direct contact with the enemy? Fire a full magazine and run back to our ORP. So release a full 30-round magazine into the enemy if you're taking direct contact, and run back to the ORP. If you're taking IDA or indirect contact, you're also going to want to run back to our ORP and you're going to run back to our ORP and let us know that you're taking IDF or any indirect fire. If you have any visual contact, I want you to hold tight, and I want you to try, and if you have a radio system, I want you to let our S&O team know, or run back and let our S&O team know as stealthy as possible, or if you have a radio, call back to the PL and let them know what you saw. But if you only see one person, try not to engage. Only engage if you have to engage. So try and be as stealthy as you can be. Alright, and at this moment, we have everybody in place, and now we're conducting the attack. And so the PL is going to initiate the attack, or the support is going to initiate the attack, and that's when the support starts firing. And the support's going to start firing, and once the support starts firing, the PL is going to start successively bounding forward with Assault 1 and Assault 2, and maintaining that everybody stays online and finding proper cover. Now, we find trouble with this often in our program, so the PL really is going to have to harp on staying online, so stay focused when we are assaulting through. And we're going to be firing onto the objective if fired upon. And once we see the enemy, we're going to fire upon the enemy, and then the PL is going to blow a whistle, and one whistle blow is shift fire. And then 3 whistle blows is lift fire in total by the PL. So you're going to hear the whistle blow right when he starts moving about. And you guys already have your limits of fire and everything, which are about 15 degrees off of the PL. And at that point, you have lifted fire. Now once you have lifted fire, the assaulting elements have assaulted through. So here is Ass 1. Here's Ass 1. And here's, alright, so I'll just do it like this. So Ass 1 is going to go through the objective right here, and Ass 1 is going to be on this line, and Ass 2 is going to go through this objective, and they're going to be on this side. And now at this point, we're going to consolidate and try and get 360 security. And so the Assault 1's going to bound through, so their LOA, their limit of advance, and they're going to call for special teams. So the special teams are called, and the PSG calls a medevac if necessary, if any casualties have been placed, or if aid and litter is currently needed. And now, what is going to be done if aid and litter is needed, and I forgot to mention this, is we have AXP points along the route. So we have AXP points along at EG 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and at EG 8, 5, 3, 2, 1, 4, 7, 9. And right above that, that is our helo point, our helicopter landing zone, if we do need a medevac, and that is at point EG 872, 625, 84. And in that case that we do need this, the PSG is going to go from our CCP and carry us to our AXP, which is at 85629238, which is our first AXP, and then we're going to try and bring them to our HLZ. And at this moment, 360 security is being established. So we're candid right now, and we're going to have support come in, and I can't draw this because this mark is dying, or it's not. So we're going to have support come in, and this is support, and these are the 2 assaulting elements right here. So support is setting in, and we're slowly starting our 360 security, and at this point we're going to get our security teams to come in, and our security teams are going to come in within 2 minutes of the 3 whistle blows that they do hear, because they are in distance to hear it. And at this point, we're going to have the security team start to fill in the gaps of the support and the assault. And so they're going to be bending, and we're going to be basically we're going to be starting to shift into our 360 security. And at this point, if with quick reaction forces coming within 10 minutes, we are going to go back by buddy team. First, the support squad. Second, the assault 1, and second, assault 2. So it goes third, first, or third, second, and first. That is who's going to get back their rucks, and then security will be after that. So sorry, re-say that. It goes fourth, second, first, and third. And at that point, we're going to be going back to our ORP. We're going to be picking up the 2 people we left back for our ruck plan, and we're going to go back to our objective, and we are going to create 360 security. At this point, we're going to be creating a patrol base, and we're going to have the first squad from our 10 into our 2, and then we're going to have second squad from our 2 and 6, and third squad from our 10 and 6. And then after that, we're going to have our 4th squad at the apexes, and we're going to call in lace reports from the squad leaders once they come to the middle or use the radio, and then we're going to send our salute report up to higher. Alright, so tasks to subordinate units. First squad, Assault 1, is the primary aid and litter and secondary EPW and demo. Second squad, Assault 2, is primary EPW, demo, and secondary aid and litter. Third squad is security, and their left and right side security, S&O, and 2 personnel staying with the rucks back at the ORP. And weapons squad is support by fire, and they're staying in our support by fire position. Coordinating instructions. The timeline is, at 1400, squad leaders are getting the Opord brief. At 1430, all squads cross the LDA, or LD, and they conduct PCCs and PCIs. At 1500, all squads establish an ORP. At 1515, all squads return from the leader's recon. At 1600, all squads have everybody in place and have secured the objective, or have everyone in place at the objective, and we are waiting to go back to get our rucks. At 1630, all actions must be completed with rucks back, and by 1645, all squads must have our patrol base established and sectors of fire. Alright, CCIR, the location of any mortar firing positions discovered. We are going to send that up to higher, and we are going to try and use that to our advantage and see if we can get some artillery for our disposal. So, the essential elements of firing information. So we're going to compromise of operational graphics or orders, and we're going to compromise of ROE. So if we find any of the enemy, we're going to get our information, and we're going to send it to higher, and we're going to keep it as a sensitive item. And if anything happens to our information taken on the objective or anything, we are going to send it up to higher and let them notify that we have lost information. Fire supporting coordination measures. All platoons must move within defined boundaries. No cross-boundary fires. No unobserved fires. ROE, there is none. And rehearsals, 1430. All squads rehearse special teams, EPW, aid and litter, demo, and conducting an attack. Also bounding. Sustainment. Platoon CCP will be located at the AA during Phase 1. Located behind the support by fire in Phase 2, so with the PSG behind the support by fire in Phase 2, and then at the patrol base, the consolidated patrol base, by Phase 3. EPW collection point will be at the platoon CCP during all those phases, so it's going to mirror. Maintenance. All maintenance will be conducted in buddy teams by squad level. If there's any maintenance done on weapons, we're only going to take one weapon off at a time in our patrol base, and we're not going to have less than 70% security. Transportation, there's none. Supply, Class 1, rations. We need MREs because we're conducting a patrol base, and we're going to be staying over to about a 24-hour period. So MRE. Class 5, ammunition. We got 5.56 ball, 210 per men, and 7.62, 800 rounds per M240 Bravo. Class 8, medical supplies. We're going to bring our first aid kit, and we're going to bring self-aid in our first aid kit and tourniquets that the medic does have. So medical equipment going into that, soldiers will carry sunblock, insect repellent, and chapstick to prevent minor injuries. All medical support by CLS and platoon line medic treatment will be located at TTB Dinsburg at the battalion aid station. Soldiers will be treated using self-aid, buddy aid, and CLS prior to calling for a CASEVAC. Casualties will be prioritized and categorized by the platoon sergeant and medic to ensure triage is properly executed prior to evacuation. So that is going to be done in the triangle that we mentioned before with immediate, where there's 3 levels, which is immediate, they need help immediately or they're not going to live, there's the dead, and then there's routine. AXP and HLZs, going back to that. So the XP location at the road intersection at grid EG 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and another one at EG 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And our helicopter landing zone has a clearing right above our AXP and is going to be done at EG 8, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Succession of command. So the location of the commander. The PL will be at the AA during phase 1. The PL will move with the second squad during phase 2 and 3. So they will be moving with second squad during phase 2 and 3. So they're going from the RP to the objective. They're going to be sitting right in between first and second squad, assaulting the objective. Succession of command. The PL, myself, the PSG, the Weasel, first squad leader, second squad leader, third squad leader. Command post location. The CP will be located centrally during patrol base operations. Report when crossing an LDA to hire. Report any mortar firing positions discovered. Report any unexpected enemy movement. Report when patrol base is occupied and when we have established. They're going to report salute reports after the objective. Report once actions on the objective have been completed as well. Signal methods of communication, lift and shift fire. The primary for lifting and shifting fire, as I mentioned, was the whistle. Our secondary would be our FM radios, but due to gunfire we might not be able to hear that. Our visual signal is near and far recognition. Pyrotechnics and smoke is our third option, and for our fourth option is a runner. Pyrotechnics, red smoke is emergency, rear world. Red star cluster is emergency, rear world. White smoke is a screen and obscure. Green smoke shifts fire. Violet smoke lift fire. Green star cluster initiates fire. White star cluster position overrun. Broken arrow. Code words: PL Alpha 16, PSG Alpha 17, Weasel Alpha 14, first squad leader Alpha 11, second squad leader Alpha 12, third squad leader Alpha 13. Challenge and password: Ranger is the challenge, and the password is Rob. Number combination is 1, 2, 3, 4. Our running password is red. Recognition symbols are in the day and near is a visual confirmation, and far is our radio or FM. Night is near, green chem light doing this symbol, and far is FM. Our frequency is at 16. And our Opord is going to be conducted at 1400, and it's going to be in the middle of our AA to begin with. Alright, so now, Joe, what squad are you?
First.
What are you doing? What is your squad? What element are you guys?
Assault.
Now, what is assault? Are you guys primary EPW or aid and litter?
Aid and litter.
Alright, boom. Alright. Yep, we got it. Alright. The time is now 1300. Are there any questions?